Okay, this is Ted Gramm, Central Minnesota, West Central Minnesota. Fall of 2000, our family's cattle operation hired our first custom harvesters. Previous to that, we would it'd take almost 10 days to get our silage pile done. But anyway, we hired our first custom harvesters and put up a pile extremely fast. It wasn't packed right, probably wasn't mounded right, into a bunker. Oh, it was 5-6 feet higher than our bunker, so it's probably a 15 to 16 foot wall. So this is a fall of 2000. So into the spring, it was a Sunday morning, kind of a gloomy March 10, I believe, of 2001. Doing chores in the afternoon, had kind of a sloppy day, didn't get to go to church, was feeling down and blue about a lot of, just it was not a good Sunday. And my family was in the house. They knew I was out cabbing cows. They weren't worried about me. I mean, they just knew I probably wasn't going to make it for supper. I had a tire come down off the pile. It was weird. We fed up, we probably fed 10, 12 ton a day of silage. So and I hadn't started our big track. We didn't have a defacer, so that was another problem. The defacers came around after this. We had like a grapple fork on an old 986 loader tractor. It was our only defacer, but I didn't have that running. But anyway, I walked up to the pile, grabbed a tire, and that's the last thing I knew. The avalanche hit me. And, definitely a guiding aid, powers above for sure. My brother drove in the yard at the same time that avalanche happened and saw me get buried. Knew where I was.
Wow.
And he started digging. He found my behind. My head had hit the ground. My head was on the ground. I was no wind. I mean, I was knocked out for. But anyway, so it was a displaced ankles. Had surgeries on both knees. Now this is 17, 18 years later, and I've, been able to enjoy a pretty productive career. But these types of things are real. I mean, it happens. I can remember a week before my accident, I had told one of our young hired help, he was probably still in high school, I said, be careful with that pile, that looks dangerous. And here, a couple days later, it hits me. And so I guess if there was one thing, I was glad it was me and not him, but very fortunate that I can stand and tell that story.
Ted, that's a powerful testimony. How long do you suppose you were in that silage? 30 seconds, a minute?
Yeah, probably no more than a minute.
Yeah.
But I saw a lot of things while I was in that pile. I could see my kids around the table. And
yeah.